France was rocked by another night of rioting and unrest. Violence has extended to even more cities, with looting and attacks on public buildings. NTD's France correspondent David Vives has the details.
40,000 police officers were deployed on Thursday night in cities and towns across France. Yet the massive force did not prevent scenes of devastation that were even worse than on the previous nights. Police arrested 875 people and about 250 police officers were injured. Video on social media show thousands of fires, looted shops and clashes with police. 2 off-duty police officers were assaulted in Marseille, leaving them severely injured. A shopping mall in the center of Paris was attacked and looted. A swimming pool construction site for the 2024 Olympic Games was set ablaze in a Paris suburb. A police union in the western city of Strasbourg called the situation a war zone. Think tank director Pierre-Marie Sèvres says several factors can explain the degree of violence.
It's a completely lenient justice system. It systematically releases offenders, thugs, and criminals. A justice system that doesn't want to punish and that doesn't dare to take firm decisions, and which therefore undermines all the efforts of the police over the last 30 years. In other words, the police now no longer prosecute failures to comply in the suburbs' housing projects, because they know that even if they did arrest the perpetrators, they would not be jailed, and they would find them 12 hours later in the same street.
The Institute for Justice last month filed a lawsuit against the government for not curbing the violent crime surge in France, which to a large part comes from suburban youth. He says the suburbs in France for many years have become no-go zones.
Yes, suburbs are becoming lawless zones. You can commit crimes outside the projects, and all you have to do is to go back in, hide there to get away with it. And the authorities don't go there. They don't want to enter the projects. They don't want the suburbs to erupt into riots like the ones we are seeing now.
French President Emmanuel Macron on Friday urged parents to keep rioting children at home. He blamed social media and video games for having a bad influence on youth. Sèvres says this is out of point.
If I were to say that video games are the problem on any media outlet, everyone would think I'm a fool, and everyone would be right. In this case, it happens to be the President of the Republic, so it seems to me very, very worrying for the possible solutions that may be sought afterwards. Emmanuel Macron is not interested in these issues. As a presidential candidate in 2022, he made it clear that prison was not a good solution.
Members of parliament have called for the president to declare a state of emergency with measures including a curfew to curb the violence. David Vives, NTD News, Paris.